It was 1998. Samso, population 4,000, had just won a national contest with its bold plan to completely switch to renewable energy. Now, all the mayor had to do was do it.
I remember a story about him being interviewed, and the journalist will ask him, how are you going to achieve these pretty extensive goals? And the silence was a little too long maybe before he answered.
Many, like this electrician, worried about cost.
I wasn't very convinced. I was pretty skeptic about how it would be realizable in 10 years.
Others, like this farmer, had already tried renewable energy.
It isn't working.
But civic leaders hit the road, and with the blacksmith's help, convinced 450 residents to invest in wind power.
The rainwater.
Birgit Bjornvig was one of those leaders.
And the farmers understood that they could make money with the conditions that there were for producing wind power. And that's not a bad thing for a farmer either.
So they formed a cooperative and put up 2 windmills. The wind was strong, and the government's rates on power were good. Private investors put up 4 more mills. The municipality put up another 5. These first 11 mills not only produced more electricity than the entire island consumed, they paid themselves off in just a few years. And with those new profits, the islanders agreed to reinvest in more renewable energy.
Well, it's a district heating plant. It's based on straw. This straw comes from the farmers on the island. The straw is chopped up here and sent into the other room.
The farmers used to burn their fields at the end of the season. Now, their straw helped heat the town.
The pipes you see here is sucking in the straw that's being chopped up in the other room. Down here, the straw comes and being pushed into the oven. The straw is burned, it heats up the water, and the water is sent to the houses.
The island then built this solar heating plant and a third heating plant which burns wood chips. Suddenly, 75% of Samso no longer needed oil for heat.
There's no glue in them.
Remember the skeptical electrician? He began heating his home with wood pellets, but then found this.
This is my turbine, and I put it up in 2007.
He bought it used for $30,000. It now heats his home and...
This is my wife's electrical car. She uses it to go to work.
His own private windmill sells so much energy back to the grid, he'll pay it off in just 5 years.
We had lots of rain, so it's good.
And remember the farmer? Well, he was convinced to heat his water with solar panels.
15 square meters of solar panels for heating the house.
The water also helps heat his home. And combined with solar photovoltaics, his electricity power meter now runs backwards.
Today it's turning backwards because the solar panels are producing more than we are consuming in the house.
He also presses his own oil from rapeseed, the yellow flowering plant widely used in Denmark as a biofuel. You ever taste it?
Sure.
How is it?
Good. Not very hygienic, but it's tasting good. There we go.
He runs his Volkswagen on rapeseed oil. Looks like a regular old engine.
Yeah, sure. It is.
He even runs his tractor on it. Do you have to be a rich man to do all this?
No.
The people of Samso then launched their most ambitious project ever, 10 offshore windmills. Combined with everything else they were doing, these offshore mills produced so much power that Samso was now completely carbon neutral, meaning they produce more renewable carbon-free power than they consume.
We would much rather like to buy our energy from our neighbor, the farmer or another investor on the island than we would pay to the Middle East or an oil company. We just like the money to stay on the island.
They've now built their own energy institute, where experts from around the world come to study how the people of Samso achieved, in less than 10 years, what most of the world thinks can't be done. For World Focus, John Larson, Samso Island, Denmark.